What's going on, Scorpio? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, and I'm here to bring you your November 2020 Silent Enemies reading. I hope all is well with the Scorpio community, and I want to say happy birthday to you guys, or happy belated birthday, happy birthday to come. And I hope you guys are getting the most out of Scorpio season. We got a new moon in Scorpio coming up. Check the community tab on information about that. By the time I release this video, I'll have something up there about it. It's going to be a major, another major moon. It's one of the last, how can I say it? It's one of the last moons before the eclipse, the lunar eclipse we're going to have at the end of the month. Which is, lunar eclipses are all about getting rid of everything that's been going on for the last 2 years. We just had the new moon in, the new supermoon in Libra. If you haven't watched the video about the triple supermoon for your sign, watch that, because that talks about the aftermath, meaning, what we're experiencing or what we're going to be experiencing between now and, the end of the year into the spring. After these major moon lunar events here. All right, it really kicked off in Libra season. So we had the Libra new moon, and then after that we had the Aries full moon, and then the Taurus full moon. So we had 2 full moons in Scorpio season in the month of October. And then we have the new moon in Scorpio coming up on Saturday the 14th. All right, the 13th or the 14th, I guess, depending on where you're located. You may want to check that, but it's definitely this weekend. And so, the energies are going to be really potent for you. So Silent Enemies reading here is a reading that helps you to pay attention to your intuitive nudges. Since we've all just come out of karmic connections, whether recently or within the last 5 years or so, because we're ending the old cycle, going into the new one in 2021, it's very important that you pay attention to your intuition. And if you guys follow my channel, I do these readings every month. And when I talk to you in the readings, besides the silent enemy readings, I talk to you about following your intuition, following your gut, especially when it comes to people closest to you, only because they're the ones who usually are put in your life. Not all of them, but a lot of them are put in your life to teach you a lesson, and they can come in the form of karmic partners, whether it's a mother, whether it's an aunt, whether it's your child, whether it's your husband or wife, whether it is your grandmother, whether it is your best friend of 10 years, whether it is your landlord, anybody that you're dealing with on a regular basis and you have interaction with them could be a karmic partner. Once the lessons are learned, you two usually will separate. But it's more difficult to separate, especially if it's a family member or if it's a lover or a long-term friend or business partner. So this is all about paying attention to your intuitive nudges. I'm going to put 3 cards out, and I'm going to tell you the intuitive energies that I see in reference to these people, places, or things that you need to pay attention to. Again, these are people closest to you, people who are around you. All right, especially at such a fragile time for a lot of the Scorpios who are in a healing stage, okay? Getting away from karmic situations that you don't want to get back into, because there will be people who may be coming back towards you. All right, so we got 3 cards out here. Let's see. There's going to be an extended, because I'm going to go into what's up with these people, what the deal is, and why they're coming at you the way they are. So we have 7 of Cups in reverse energy, okay? That's Piscean energy. We have the 9 of Cups energy, which is, the 7 of Cups is Scorpio energy, the 9 of Cups is Pisces energy, and the 3 of Cups, okay, which is Cancer. So we got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces out here. Now, Scorpio, this is a reading for you, but because we have a Scorpio card out here, it could very well be that you could possibly, by making the wrong moves, be your own enemy. So, we're going to talk about this. Now, with the 7 of Cups in reverse energy here, that energy usually relates to coming out of disillusionment, coming out of an energy of, wait a minute, but this is that. And then another cup is like, okay, but this is that. looking at a situation, it's like there's a lot of variables. Each cup represents a different variable in the scenario that kind of, it's like puzzles, pieces of puzzle, and they don't fit together. And so you're just sitting there looking at the different pieces, trying to piece them together so that they make sense. And I feel like you've done that with the Seven of Cups in reverse energy. So the universe is saying, come out of your head. Stop trying to make things fit. A lot of times with the Seven of Cups energy, it's trying to make things fit that don't make sense. And a lot of times when things don't make sense, it's because it's on a different level. It's on a higher level, okay? And the universe may be sending this person to you to teach you a lesson. So it may be something that you can't figure out looking at it from a traditional 3D, looking at it through a traditional 3D lens. You may have to look at it through a universal lens, meaning that there's universal rules, universal laws that, yeah, okay, I have this difficult time with my child who's now an adult, and I could never understand why we would always clash, but I understand now because I understand universal laws, and I understand, that there are karmic partners put into our lives to challenge us, to teach us lessons that, this could be why my child is in my life, is to teach me a lesson, or this partner is in my life to teach me a lesson, And usually these karmic partners or karmic relationships are very difficult to leave until the lesson is learned. And then even when the lesson is learned, it can be very difficult to leave. Okay, but that's one major characteristic, is they're difficult to leave, and they're kind of difficult to figure out. All right, so I feel like that's what this is all about here, is you getting clarity on a situation, or it could be that somebody around you is getting clarity about you, because this is Venus in Scorpio, okay? These are hidden feelings, hidden emotions, so this is something that somebody's not expressing. All right, we just came out of Mercury in retrograde in Scorpio. As a matter of fact, on the day that I'm recording this, it is the 12th. We are in the post-shadow period. Now, Mercury is currently in Libra. However, what it did was Mercury went into Libra, then it went into Scorpio. Then it went retrograde in Scorpio, retrograde so far back that it went and retrograded back into Libra. And now it's going forward in Libra, and it's going to go back into Scorpio soon. So, when it was on the 9th, on the 4th, I believe it was the 4th or the 3rd, that Mercury came out of retrograde in Scorpio and went into Libra. So after it comes out of retrograde, there's a 2-week post-shadow period. And that period does not end until the 18th. So as of now, today is the 12th, we're in that post-Mercury retrograde period. Venus in Scorpio, okay? To me, this is an energy of getting clarity. You were looking back at all these situations, like each of these cups could have been a situation or scenario that happened with these connections, and you're putting it all together and you're realizing, okay, it's not me. I'm not the one who's disillusioned. I see what's going on now. I get it now. And so this is what this represents. So you want to keep that in mind moving forward, because like I said, some of these people could be trying to come back towards you. And it's very important that you understand why you distanced yourself in the first place. All right. It could be, you realize these people were karmic partners in your life and you had to let them go. You've learned the lesson. It was very painful, very tragic. A lot of you are still healing, in the process of healing. If you didn't see the Scorpio, I'm going to put all the videos at the end of this video. But there's one called The Winter of Healing, where a lot of Scorpios have just come out of, a variety of karmic connections that were very painful for them. A lot of them were family members. So you want to check that video out. And you also, I'm going to put the triple moon video for Scorpio there as well, because you want to check that out, because we just dealt with these triple super moons. So there's a lot of lunar energy, a lot of emotion going on here, which hence all these cups. These 3 cards are cups. So you're definitely in your feels, Scorpio, in one way, shape, or another. All right, but it's very important that you remember why you ended things with these people, because with the 3 of Cups showing up over here, somebody's coming back. Somebody may want to reconnect, okay, but we'll get to that in a second. So, yeah, with this 7 of Cups energy, that's Venus in Scorpio, like I said. This is you realizing that, okay, you know what, I had love for these people. I was disillusioned by the type of love that it was. I realized that it wasn't love. regardless if this is your mother, regardless if this is your brother or sister, or if this is your child, whoever it was, whether it was your lover, your spouse, okay, your business partner of 10 years, your best friend of 10 years, whatever, right? You got clarity on these connections, all these types of connections. You thought like I said in the other video, you thought you were the common denominator where you were. But it's because you were going through an ascension process, and because all of us are planetary-wide, karmic relationships as a whole are coming to an end. That's when it started with that new moon in Libra. There's a community, on the community tab on this page, scroll down to new moon in Libra. There's a link there to a web page that talks about how karmic relationships globally are coming to a close, starting with that new moon in Libra, and all these other lunar activities, major lunar activities that we're going to experience the rest of the year is clearing all that out, because that's what the lunar eclipse is going to do at the end of the month of November. It's going to help clear out all that energy so we can go into 2021, which is a new cycle. The next card I have here is the Nine of Cups. All right, that's Piscean energy. Now, I feel like somebody is unhappy that you're doing you, that you're focused on yourself. Because this is a silent enemies reading. So somebody realizes you got clarity on them, you see what's going on with them. And as a result, you dropped all of that, because you're no longer confused. You know what it is, you let it go. Now, what I feel like is that with this Nine of Cups, you're focusing on yourself. A lot of people are seeing that you're doing well, you're happy, okay, now that they're no longer in your life. And so people don't like that. They don't like that. But let's talk about this for you and why this will be showing up. So, you being happy, Nine of Cups energy. This is beautiful energy here. This is Saturn in Pisces. Now let's talk about Saturn for a minute, because Saturn is the planet of Saturn is Father Time, first of all. It tells you when your limit is up, when your time is up for a certain routine or pattern, or behavior, okay? When Saturn goes retrograde, that's Saturn saying, okay, we need to change up things, okay? Because what we were doing was not working. And if you refuse to change up, that's when Saturn's going to come in and discipline that ass. Now, a lot of people look at Saturn as discipline because he is. He's discipline, he's structure. All right, this is Father Time. So I feel like, this is what it's saying here. It's time for you to realize that those situations that you were in were lessons. Okay, and it's time to change the way you move. It was all about the way you were moving. You were given too much to these connections, and these people were not giving you, and they did not deserve it. And their actions and activity towards you should have made you look and say, okay, why are they treating me like this? Oh, okay, it's because I allow it. So let me stop allowing it. And as a result, you're much happier. Nine of Cups. That's Saturn in Pisces. Okay? So you realize that this was, and Pisces also deals with the psychic abilities. It also is it's the 12th house. It's the house where the soul, whenever it ascends, it comes to the state of where it's going to transform from one level or dimension or realm and go to the next. And this is what happens with cycles as well. Cycles start, they start at Aries. Aries is the new beginning, starting off, the Fool, starting on the new journey. The soul goes on a journey. And then when it completes these karmic cycles, because remember, Eight of Cups, Saturn and Pisces. Pisces also deals with karma. So your karma is that you come out of these connections and you're going to be happy moving forward. So that's a beautiful, beautiful energy. All right. So you just have to be careful to protect that. And I say that because here's the third card, Three of Cups, Cancerian energy. So for some of you, because this is Cancerian energy with the Three of Cups, this is Cancer and Mercury. And Mercury and Cancer don't get along. Now, when I think of Mercury, I think of the third house. When I think of the third house, I think of siblings. All right, so a lot of you could be having issues with siblings. It could be other family members, but for some of you, it's siblings. So it could be that a sibling maybe wanting to reach out and connect with you. It could be any type of family member, a cousin, an aunt, a father, a mother. But I feel like with this energy of Cancer, Cancer is the fourth house. All right, so this talks about the home, the nurturing figures in your home, whether it was the home you were growing up with, your family, your heritage, your roots. So this is why I feel like this could be family for a lot of you. All right, and that's what I was talking about in the other videos that I'll have attached at the end as well. You really should check those out, Scorpio. But yeah, I feel like for some of you this is family, but for others of you this could be love. Okay, with this Three of Cups energy here. All right, because some of you this could be someone that you may have lived with at some point in time, since we're dealing with Cancer. Cancer is the home. We're dealing with Mercury. Mercury is the processing of what happened for some of you growing up in your home. Or it talks about your childhood home, your roots. It also could talk about, as an adult, the places you've lived and who you've allowed in your home. So this could also be about somebody who wants to come back that you may have lived with in the past, whether it was a lover, an ex-lover, whether it was your husband or wife, or just someone that you were dealing with. Maybe you stayed with someone for a couple of weeks, or you let someone stay with you for a couple of months, or maybe you had a roommate and things turned into a connection, or maybe you just had a boyfriend or a girlfriend and you guys, this person had the keys to your place. Maybe they didn't live there, but something like that. Okay. But I feel like somebody wants to reconnect with you, and it's showing up under a silent enemies reading because you need to pay attention to this, okay? You need to pay attention to who this person is, and you have clarity on all these people and why you, have decided to leave them be. And look at how happy you are. This is why this is showing up under silent enemies, because you don't want to jeopardize your happiness. So what we're going to do, Scorpio, is we're going to go into the extended. We're going to talk about these cards. I'm going to break these down a little bit more. So with the Seven of Cups, I want to get a little bit of information on what you got clarity on, what was going on with these cups, what could have been in these cups. With this Nine of Cups here, I just want to talk about, what could be threatening your happiness, your emotional state of being, that you're if you're not already there, you're headed there once you in these connections or connection. All right. And then we're going to talk about these people who may be trying to come back around. And if they're sincere, if you should even waste your time, or if you should just, move forward. So, and what their motive is and what their intent is, and if there is no motive or intent, then we'll know that. We'll know that it's karmic. But I feel like for a lot of you it is. So with that being said, Scorpio, I hope this resonated as is. If you can't join in the extended, that's fine. I understand. And I do appreciate you checking out this video. And hopefully you will give me a thumbs up. And you will make sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. All right, hit that subscription button and hit that notification bell. I just looked at my subscriber count yesterday. It was like 28,604. I look at it today, it's 28,586. So it's like it dropped down 15-20 people. Now, if 15-20 people left, that's fine. But I've been having some issues with YouTube. And so what people have been telling me to let you guys know is, if you subscribe to me and you're not seeing my videos come up, because I post every week, make sure you unsubscribe, refresh your screen, resubscribe again, and then hit the notification bell again. Because remember, we're still in Mercury in retrograde, post-shadow energies. And there were some technical glitches going on yesterday. I had 2 appointments today, and I went and they had to be canceled because of some technical glitches was going on at the hospital. I had technical glitches uploading videos yesterday. Some of you may have experienced it as well, but that 11/11 energy is deep. What's going on right now? We are at a shift here. All right, so I ain't gonna keep you, but we'll go to the extended and we'll talk about this a little bit more. So hopefully you'll join me. The link's in the box below. Leave me a comment if you want in reference to how it resonates. Please don't leave any comments about complaints, because that's not what the comment section is for. I could care less about your complaints. If you can't hear me, that's something different. Or if the quality of the video goes in and out, that's something different. But just to tell me anything else about, I don't want to hear it. I'll just block it, or I'll block you and delete you. All right. I'm done with this. So I'll see you guys in the extended, or I'll see you in the next reading. Love you, Scorpio. Peace out.